This is Moments with Foo with James Foo Torres, better known as Foo, the show that takes you around the world to share interviews with some of the most successful and relevant people on the planet, hear their stories, and get the most important business lessons they have learned on their road to success, and get exclusive advice on how to implement their success into your life and business. Moments with Foo is brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board and your host, Foo.
Hello and welcome to Moments with Foo. I'm your host, James Foo Torres, but you can call me Foo, hence the name of the podcast. And today I have the CEO and founder of Ivy Cove, Ivy Moliver. And I'm going to let her tell you more about that. But first, Ivy, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, James. How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling very excited to have this conversation with you and hopefully have some good value in it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So I'm the CEO and founder of the brand Ivy Cove, which we just launched a couple of months ago. As some of you may know, I'm a longstanding global executive in the high fashion business on the accessory side for the past 25 years. I've been managing partner for Superior Leather Limited for the past almost 18 years as well.
Awesome. And I'm excited to hear more about that. And in this part, I want you to tell us, what are you focusing in most of your time, most of your attention? Where is it going and why?
Sure. Ivy Cove, we believe, as being from the long-standing direct manufacturing side with a very vast experience and a lot of vertical capability, it's high time to have our own line and brand that we are manufacturing. And being based in Montecito is the perfect place for Ivy Cove to be based. It's a laid-back luxury seaside vibe. Product is all categories of better lifestyle accessories for men, women, home, and pets. And we feel like we have a strong connection with the community, and we're looking to partner with the industry and a lot of direct business people and work on a lot of direct collaboration projects. Since we're completely vertical and have a very strong capability, there's huge opportunities for us to work with so many people.
And when you say vertical, and like you mean
vertically integrated.
Okay.
As we own our manufacturing facility, our leather finishing plant, control a lot of our resources, and we make all categories of better accessories. So we are manufacturing our own line and brand.
Awesome. And another why that I want to get from you is, why did you choose to go through this path? Like, what I'm guessing,
Sure.
Ivy Cove took you there from your previous experience, but
which is
how
still
was the
my
journey?
existing position. Ivy Cove is just an extension. What I'd like to do is share with the world all my industry experience and knowledge, and fuse that with our capability, and also from my lifetime of worldwide travel experience is very much impacted by that. I've been fortunate enough to travel all over the world in Asia and Europe, and much is influenced from that.
Awesome. So you have the influence of being traveling the world and finding like different styles and materials and how to make it all practical into a high-end feel, but practical, right?
Yeah, it's definitely functional and practical and at a good price, but very high quality. I would say that it's better upper contemporary.
And I think that's something I starting to notice a trend, and I'm part of it too. And I guess it's people are now just looking for clothes that are more practical. Like every accessory has to have a meaning, has to have like a purpose. And then obviously I want to look good, but I don't, not necessarily like, oh, I gotta just buy like this thing just because the brand is more like, if you buy it for the brand.
I think it's a lot about having being able to have multifunctional items, things that are crossbody convertible with good function for travel items, convertible straps that function well, things that are lifestyle accessories that have more than one function, and also that are seasonless, that can be carried over, that have a a lot of legs and therefore better perceived value.
Exactly.
Nothing disposable.
Yeah, and it's because that there's movement of, we've trashed the earth enough, and we're trying to lower that. So now even when we buy clothes, it's like we need to make sure that they're durable, that they last, that we can convert them into something else, and we can use it.
We're fortunate that we control a lot of our resources, and we are very knowledgeable in terms of sustainable materials, recycled materials, and all of this. We have many certifications on this type of thing. We use a lot of vegetable tan leather, which is much better for the environment. Very important. We've been doing this for a very long time, and we have tremendous experience and knowledge on that.
That's
really
great.
important.
That's great.
Yeah.
So then I want to go into my next question, which is, do you have advice for either business owners in general in your space, or for your younger self if you were to restart?
Sure. I think you should always listen to your inner voice, go with your instinct. It's important. Your inner voice is telling you something. Be selective about who you work with and your partners. The character of people is very important. And don't neglect yourself. And sometimes you have to say no. You have to pick and choose your spots. Nobody can be everything to everybody. Sometimes you need to stay in your lane, then have the other professional qualified people work with you.
Yeah, I agree. And I've experienced that, having hired people that they within match personality, or they just don't have the work ethic, and there's so many different. I feel like in this just when you're hiring, it's tough to pick the right people for the team. Also, being good
customers.
suppliers, and the customers too. So it's all, everything has to match, and that's why it's so important to have a good base and have a good branding, good mission that everybody can align to it. Doesn't matter if it's employees, so it doesn't matter if it's other like suppliers or contractors, and also the clients. So I agree with your advice, and I think it's a pretty good one. So thank you for that.
Sure.
What's a challenge that you've had either with your new brand or just working before, that it was something that taught you something that you think is worth sharing with the audience?
Yeah, I mean, now everybody is challenged. There's still somewhat of a broken supply chain post-COVID, and nobody really knows the post-COVID business strategy or what is going to happen. So everybody needs to think a little bit outside the box, but nobody wants to do anything too risky. So we can, based on our experience and history, we have a lot of expertise to help guide people, and also with the item assortment of what we're offering with a lot of home furnishing items. Home is an important place, and it will remain to be one. That those categories are important. And also a lot of our footwear is very important. A lot of good quality sandals, espadrilles, and slippers. So therefore we have something to stay home in, something to go out in, etc., for day to night, and to cover all spectrums.
So the challenge, it's to be able. At first, you started with the supply chain, and that's something that definitely it has affected.
Yeah, I mean, we're a big part of our own supply chain since we are our own manufacturer. But everybody has to realize that things take a little bit longer now, and also we are being able to control some of our resources is advantageous. We can accept smaller orders on a lot of things. The worst thing is that you need more.
Yeah, that's so cool. So
yeah,
talking about that part of given that you do their own manufacturing, and is Ivy Cove, is this your brand, but is white labeling? Like, do you do clothing for other people, or like, for example,
we don't make any clothing, just to clarify. We only make accessories. We make all categories of better accessories. We don't have anything to do with the apparel industry at all. So accessories, manufacturing, and clothing are very, very different things from a production standpoint.
Okay, so yeah, accessories like
bags,
the
belts,
sandals,
wallets,
belts.
Sandals, home furnishing items, lifestyle items, small other goods items.
And
Cat,
and
pet,
and
pet accessories.
and those accessories, even that you're doing all in house, is that something that is custom, like can it be customized, like
Everything that
ordered?
we're doing can be customized for any further private label, the same way that we run our direct business. To do
Perfect.
any complete private label, we just need the full details from the brand. We can do it on a direct platform, a wholesale platform, a co-branding platform. We will work with each individual customer in the way that they would prefer.
Okay, cool. That's one big part that I think we kind of touch on it a little bit when we were like offline. But I just wanted to touch on that because it's something that a lot of people are looking for that. Like, how can I have a right trusted vehicle that then I can just put my brand and with those supply issues and all that stuff, it's even more hard now than before. So this is something that, for example, some company they'd be meaning to get in the accessories for either just marketing or just because that's the way they want to do. I
We
thought
can
it was
also do any type of corporate gifting program. It would just be normal lead time, all direct production from scratch. So they can use our styles. We can help them rework them. It can be direct off the line if they choose. And then we can incorporate their branding based on if they give us a proper artwork file and all the details to coincide with that.
Perfect. That's something that I'm pretty sure there was people here that were like, I'm wondering about that because I was wondering, even though I have some details about it, but I just kind of clarify that. So thanks for doing that because it's something
Sure.
that it could be a
Yeah,
good piece
we
of
can do
information.
anything customized, just with some worthwhile quantity. Yeah,
Perfect.
sure.
I love that. So, is there in this part of the interview, I'd like to kind of wrap things up by talking about either what are the biggest takeaways of the conversation that we just had, or what is the biggest takeaway that you maybe haven't mentioned yet that you would like to share with the audience?
Sure, I think important takeaways are about that we are vertical with all categories. So this is great for the whole fashion industry and anybody who wants to do a co-branding or collab type of project. And I think very important is also the mentorship type of advice about listening to yourself. Don't neglect yourself. Listen to others. And always remember that the professional people only work with the professional people.
That's good. That's good. Like, because as it should be. If you're not gonna come in as a professional, don't expect a professional treatments and the other way around. Like, you get what you pay for, you get what you cultivate too. And that's something that
Ivy
a lot
Cove
of
is
people.
definitely geared toward the better quality things, upper, better contemporary. It's a reasonable price point. It's we have a range depending on the items in the categories and stuff like that, but it's appropriately priced for the quality, certainly on the wholesale side and also on the suggested retail side.
Awesome. I love it. I love that. And that's why the reason that I wanted to have you, you got it was a connection from some other connection that I had. And they were like, hey, like she's doing the great things. And I wanted to leave with value with you and have you here to have a
Absolutely.
conversation.
And I much admire the person who introduced us. He's
Yeah.
really smart and savvy.
Yeah. So Victor, Victor it's a cool dude. I met with him and had a great conversation. We kick it off like the first call, and it was great to have him. So, that's the common friend that we have now, right? And
Yes.
it's pretty cool. So, now to kind of wrap this up, I know there's gonna be some people gonna be like, hey, like, she seems very knowledgeable in the accessory industry, and
Sure.
you have your own thing that you can even white label to other people. So how can people find you?
Sure. Everybody can find us at ivycove.com, and feel free to email me at hello@ivycove.com. Can assure you that Any inquiry or question will be answered within 24 hours without any doubt.
Perfect.
And
Thanks.
that
Thanks
type
for
of
that.
questions can pertain to really anything regarding any type of inquiry.
Yeah.
Regarding its samples, lead time, production, private label, any of the things that we mentioned.
Yeah, that's a great. And I mean, I've contacted her. She's very responsive, and in her team too. So definitely I can attest for that. So if you need any questions, I'm gonna be dropping the links of like email, and if that's what you want to put. Usually I put
Sure.
websites and social media, but email
Sure.
is something that we can throw in there, or they can just get it from the website too. So I'll make sure that I add that contact information there in the description.
Sure, right at the website, you can direct, just follow where to contact and stuff like that. And all the information is very clear. So email is great. And on the website, there's a lot of information there. Anybody who wants digital copies of wholesale line sheets or a DTC copy of that can be sent to you on an individual basis, no problem.
Perfect. Thanks for taking the time to add that to my
Thank you for
audience.
having me.
Yeah, and to thanks for describing what you do and talk about what are you focusing on right now and why, because it's something, people are looking for that. People are looking for
the why is important. What
connections.
motivates you? I have lots to share from everything I've done, and there's so much more to do, and time is now.
Yeah, time is now, and that's why I hurry people into taking action, into, hey, just start on PR, telling your story, even if it's just yourself. Just start getting out there, get out with authority, and share with the world, because the time is now. Like, there's nothing like today, and procrastinating won't make it better. So just take action, taking perfect action. Another thing that I like to say on all my podcasts is you get what you don't get what you want, you get what you believe. So that's one thing. It's like, just believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, and work towards it. It fell hard, fell fast, and stand up and keep moving. So that's what I want to say. So,
and also that Instagram handle is at Ivy Cove brand. It'll all be clear too.
Yeah, I can add that there. So yeah, thanks Ivy for taking the time. And this was Foo and Ivy signing off.
Thanks for listening to Moments with Foo with your host, Foo. Please leave your feedback and visit strategicadvisorboard.com to get the latest and greatest business advisement on the planet. Follow us on social media for updates, and we will see you on the next episode.